DragonMan, Descendents of Man, by Ted Lazaris. Chapter 1. It was a treacherous August Saturday evening, just after midnight on a long stretch of road buffering between North and South Korea. The trees crowded close to the roadway. Under the dark sky, much of the landscape seemed as devoid and forsaken as an alien world. Luke Starr offered to take the wheel and give his fiancée Tara Melroy a rest. The heavy rainfall had not let up until now. In that brief intermission between heavy rain and scorching heat, Tara said, "I'm fine, sit back and relax." "It's hard for me to relax when you're racing down this dark run-down road at..." Luke stretches to see the speedometer. "I'm only doing 60. "Seems faster. I guess I'm not used to driving in a car. Give me an SUV any day over this little Honda. Hard to believe you run a private detective agency. With those powers of deduction, I think you'd have a hard time finding your butt with your hands in your back pocket." Ha ha. Tara made a funny. "Just so you know, the speed limit is 45 miles per hour. Tara grinning. "Okay, Mum, I'll slow down." Again with the jokes. Tara smiling. "Okay, I'll stop messing with you." "Hey, I love it when you mess with me. Keep it coming. But seriously, we have to be careful in this area." "I know, I'll make sure I don't cross over to North Korea." "I didn't mean that, you..." "I know what you meant, Captain Obvious." "I'll shut up now." Several minutes pass as they continue on their way to a fine hotel in South Korea, to an all-expense-paid 3-day adventure for Luke. But for Tara, an important meeting to discuss a college research paper that she had recently published on DNA and how it relates to the past, present, and future of man. Her paper received a lot of PR, both positive and negative. The negative came mostly by way of her benefactor, Mr. Hapkido, for the 3-day getaway. Mr. Hapkido, revered and respected as one of the leading experts in his field, his expertise was in DNA and alien DNA. But Tara found his theories not only foolish and misleading, but irresponsible. "The fear of your own morality leads you to believe in the Devine, in the false comfort of feeling that someone is out there watching out for you," Mr. Hapkido made public, calling her both righteous and naive. Then he asked for a meeting with Tara to discuss his work with her, as well as discuss their differences and to exchange ideas. Tara politely passed on the offer at first, but with Luke's tireless nagging, she finally agreed to the impromptu encounter. In the silence, Luke turned to look at Tara. "You've been kinda quiet. What are you thinking about?" "Oh, nothing, just nothing." "What's bothering you?" "I know this is going to sound a little crazy, but this whole area seems to stir up emotions in me. I get a feeling of fear and depression, so I can sense the sorrow of the millions of people who live here now and in the past. This place has a lot of history. You're just sensitive, and you're picking up on it." Just then he took off his seatbelt and began reaching in the back seat. "What are you doing?" "I want to put on some tunes. I got a few of our CDs back here." "Hurry up. Make sure to put on something on like that." "Everything is a negotiation with you. Okay, I'm taking requests. Put on whatever you want. Get your seatbelt on." Luke smiles. "I will as soon as I'm ready, Mum." "You won't be smiling if we get in an..." Suddenly, an explosion of light bathed the area for as far as the eye could see, with a momentary flash of light as bright and blinding as a welder's torch. The radio went dead, and the car began to rattle and vibrate violently. Terror riveted in their eyes when they realized the steering and brakes were no longer functioning. The vehicle was out of control, and all they could do is watch in horror as they began to careen off the road. As they did, the lights in the vehicle went dead. A moment later, the inky blackness of night ominously swallowed them up like a sinking ship in a violent, crashing ocean wave.